Your new film, MVP, debuts across the country, and it spotlights so many impressive achievements as well as underscores so many important, issues going on with those who are involved in MVP and obviously coming off the battlefield. A film by and directed by Nate Boyer right here on the Rich Eisen Show. Good to see you, Nate.
You too, brother. Thank you, man.
Brother, I know you've been working on this film for quite some time, but it is now time to put it out there for everyone to see. How are you feeling?
I'm of course nervous, excited. I'm really excited for MVP, the charity, for Emerging Vets and Players. I mean, that's what the story's all about. You know, the film's based on the genesis of this organization that I co-founded with Jay Glazer. And, you know, we bring together combat vets and former professional athletes and help them find purpose and identity when the uniform comes off. And a couple of years after we'd been doing our regular huddles, you know, the programs that we meet up every week at Unbreakable, Jay's gym up there in West Hollywood. And we train for about 45 minutes, and then we huddle up for 45 minutes or so.
And I've witnessed it. And people put, you know, it literally is blood, sweat, and tears. It truly is. You're sweating, and people have just worked out, and you're working. Then you work through.
Exactly.
You work out,
That's
and then
great,
you work through.
I'm stealing that.
Please take it, because it is a beautiful thing to witness.
Thank you, Rich. You know, it is. It absolutely is, and it's changed me. It's helped me. Honestly, without helping build that, I probably wouldn't believe in myself to even try such an endeavor as trying to make a movie. But when that story spoke so loudly, I mean, Denver, who you've met, Denver Moore, he's been on the show. What am I saying? Denver and AJ.
Indeed. Yeah, right.
Denver and AJ, who have been on the show, both of these guys served our country and struggled quite a bit coming home. And this story, the character Zephyr that I'm playing in the film, that really the movie sort of hinges around from the veteran side, is based on those guys' backstories. And so many of the other stories we've heard from vets that come through our doors, and with the veteran suicide issue that we deal with in the world today, really, not just our country. It's an important thing to talk about. It's a hard thing to talk about. But we got to talk about it. We got to work out, and then we got to work through, just like you said. Mm-hmm. And this character, he meets a former NFL player, first year out of the league, named Will Phillips, you know, and also a composite character. So many of the men and women who play professional sports at a high level that walk through our doors, that character is built off of their stories. They meet each other. You know, one of these guys, the former player, first year out of the league, he's got the wife, the kid, the car, the house. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, he feels like he has nothing. And this veteran is living in a homeless shelter on Sunset Boulevard. And it's a very real place. I mean, we filmed on location in this shelter. All veterans live there. They call it the barracks. 48 bunks. They're always full. And there's a waiting list. And these guys meet, nothing in common on paper, but they're going through the same stuff. And they work through it together. And ultimately, the goal is to save one another, you know, and that's really what we do at MVP. I mean,
I've seen it. I've personally witnessed it, you know, not just for having watched the workouts and work through sessions, but, you know, I trained there for a 40-yard dash season, and I saw guys who were living in, as you referred to, the homeless barracks, who then would come to work at Unbreakable at the gym. And then I'd look at the list of those who are appearing in this film in cameos. I'm seeing, you know, Randy Couture, Tony Gonzalez, Howie Long, Michael Strahan, Tom Arnold. Wiz Khalifa has an original song for this.
Yes.
This is the Unbreakable family. Like, these are all people who have worked out of the gym or know you, no Glaze, you know, and then executive produced by Sylvester Stallone. Like, the MVP family is coming together to make this movie.
Jay Glazer, if I had not met Jay, I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd maybe be back in the military, who knows? And that's totally great. And, you know,
sure,
of course I would, as we all do, we would figure out life. But Jay is not only an absolute bulldog and just makes things happen. I mean, you at all levels, and you've seen it in various ways, but he just gives, and he connects, and he just wants people to win and be successful, and gives them an opportunity. Mm-hmm. And it's not just me. I think I saw that opportunity, and I definitely grabbed onto it and took advantage of it and ran with it. But the reason those people wanted to be a part of this was because of the story, because of the members, you know, because of the vets and players' family. And I mean, that's what spoke to them. And that's why they were like, you know, in the middle of the pandemic, sure, you're one of those people. Sure, you know, I whatever you need, we'll do it. And it's awesome. And I'm grateful for also, you know, the NFL and the NFL Network, like lending the space and the time and helping us push this out. Super grateful for another J Connection, GNC. They're our biggest sponsor, and they're the reason we're getting this wide theatrical release. I mean, it's all through people that have heard the story, have been touched by merging vets and players, and honestly, without Jay's crazy ass vision, you know, it wouldn't be a thing. I mean, when he told me this, I remember thinking, and I did both, and I can tell you both those locker rooms are the same, the struggles are the same, but I remember thinking like, I don't know, man, at sports and the military, that's a tough comparison to make. And he's like, yeah, we're not comparing. You know, we're talking about the transition. We're talking about after that uniform comes off.
Yes.
That experience.
And then, of course,
is the same.
And it maybe that is the same, but it's also two groups of people that need one another.
Yeah.
Right? And also can understand not just transitioning, but also competitive spirit, also understanding as well that there is a brotherhood, sisterhood, however you want to put it, that everyone does need one another, and it is a beautiful thing to witness, and it's now a movie. Again, MVP across the country today, and I want to get in a little bit about how people can see it or make sure that they do see it in a theater near you.